Oh my God. Why did Anton just smoke Marc Lamont Hill like that? Why did he do him like that? He did him so dirty. Oh my God. Anton, you cold blooded for this one. Y'all got to check this out. Anton gets into some words with Marc Lamont Hill, back and forth. Basically, Brian McKnight is on his show. Now, Marc Lamont Hill apparently called Brian McKnight some insidious stuff. Actually, I'm going to let y'all check out what Brian McKnight said about Marc Lamont Hill, and then Anton jumped in. And I won't interpret what he means with some of the stuff he's saying, because I know this type of petty.
I see people handing him his ass all the time.
Yeah, it's easy to, it's easy to say that, I'm the smartest guy in the room, but it doesn't necessarily translate into results. Right? People that are what I like to call, they like to champion themselves as focused on that. I call you and I say, hey, how's it going, man?
Right.
You doing? You
Yeah,
you need anything?
I appreciate that.
And then you call me and say, hey, is everything good? You need anything from me? And that's the dynamic of our relationship.
I get mad when I see dudes out there talking bad about you.
But I'm used to it.
I
Yeah,
send it to
you do.
You know, and I'm like, because here's the thing. Why can't we sit and talk about it?
Yeah, I agree.
I send a message to Joe Budden's podcast. Crickets. Nothing. Mm-hmm. But who's that Mark, the guy, the political guy?
Marc Lamont Hill.
Let me tell you something. I'd destroy that dude.
Yeah.
I would.
Brian McKnight, chill. Marc McKnight said, I'll destroy that dude. Okay.
Destroy him. Not physically, but
no, I understand what you're saying.
Because you don't even know me. But you call me an asshole?
Yeah.
What? There we go. That was strike one. Marc Lamont Hill called Brian McKnight an asshole, probably based off of some type of BS with him and his ex-wife and blah, blah, blah. And him, that's, I guess, supposed to take care of grown kids or something like that. I don't know. But he called him an asshole. And he just said, you don't even know me. But Brian McKnight wanted to go on Joe Budden's podcast and talk about it. Hey, let's talk about it. But they didn't want to. I'm going to show you this in a minute.
Oh, I look at Marc Lamont Hill. There's a segment of people that are what I like to call, they like to champion themselves as intellectuals, right? And that they truly believe that they're smarter than everybody else. But I don't really believe that because I never see the results.
Right.
It never translates, right? So
I see people handing him his ass all the time. The message to Joe Budden's podcast. Crickets. Nothing. Mm-hmm. But who's that Mark, the guy, the political guy?
Marc Lamont Hill.
Let me tell you something. I'd destroy that dude.
Yeah.
I would destroy him. Not physically, but
no, I understand what you're saying.
Because you don't even know me. But you call me an asshole?
Yeah.
Okay, so we see right there, Marc Lamont Hill apparently called Brian McKnight an asshole. Now, why did he call him an asshole? I'm betting it's because of the whole situation with Brian McKnight going through a divorce, and that was like 6 years ago, a divorce, and now he's got a new family, and he's moved on. And Marc Lamont Hill is in his little feels, just like a little feminine person would be, and calling Brian McKnight an asshole because he moved on with his life. Is he not supposed to move on with his life? He's supposed to what? Keep doing? No, move on with your life, Brian McKnight. You're doing the right thing.
Well, I look at Marc Lamont Hill. There's a segment of people that are what I like to call, they like to champion themselves as intellectuals, right? And that they truly believe that they're smarter than everybody else. But I don't.
This is a fact. And the people that feel this way, I already know what Anton's about to say, but it is like, for me, one of the craziest things. Like, how you gonna tell me how smart you are, but you're not getting no money? When did your smarts not equate to money you're making?
Really believe that because I never see the results.
Right.
It never translates, right? So
I see people handing him his ass.
Don't see the results. Marc Lamont Hill, you're on someone else's show. You're getting paid by Joe Budden. How do you feel like you're on the level of somebody like Anton, who got it out the mud, first of all? Got out the mud in Detroit, working hard, grinding, investing, being smart, being real smart. Not what you think you're doing. Poisoning kids and poisoning young people with this bull. Telling them that, shit, what do you say? Can a man have a baby? It depends. Like, and you think you're smarter? You're dead right there. You're not smarter.
Yeah, it's easy to, it's easy to say that, I'm the smartest guy in the room, but it doesn't necessarily translate into results, right? So I decided that I would do stuff on my own, and that I would have the conversations authentically with people that I actually value. And getting to know you over the years, I'm happy that you had an opportunity to tell your perspective and your story on my platform. Let me ask you one more question, because there's been a lot of people from the Ricky Smileys.
Okay, we're gonna stop right there because that was the first part of. I mean, technically, Marc Lamont Hill started it by calling him Brian McKnight an asshole, and then Brian McKnight goes on Anton's show, who he's cool with, and then he says he'll destroy him, and then Anton says that you say you're the black elite and you're so smart, but yet we're not seeing the proof of it. Look, the Bible. Let me tell you something. The Bible says your gift will make room for you. What that means is the gifts that God has given you will create so many avenues and opportunities for you that you will be great. If you broke, how's that great? Let's go to the next clip. Okay, so here's Anton on his show talking about the issue with Marc Lamont Hill. Marc Lamont Hill got wind of the video that I just showed you of both Anton and Brian McKnight, and they're like, "Hey, what's up with that?" He kind of calls you out, which he did. Anton called him out. He said that I ain't seeing no receipts. Basically, you're supposed to be the smartest man on the planet, but I don't see it. Where's that? You know what I'm saying? What you got going on? You look like a thousandaire. You know what I mean? And Anton is a decamillionaire. So it's you ain't. It don't look right. It don't look right. So it don't make sense. You're not capitalizing on yourself enough to make yourself that guy. But you're supposed to be that guy though. Here we go.
Y'all ready to get into it? So Joe Budden, Joe Beasy.
Fair use, Anton. This is about
They
to be a
had a
long
pod,
video, by the way.
and I checked it out over the weekend. I
I'm gonna
paid for the
speed it up.
Patreon, so that I could see it
It's
earlier
already
and that I could
sped up.
understand the full context. Because I was talking to Brian as usual, because I'm always talking to Brian. I was talking
Brian
to Brian,
McKnight.
and Brian has sent me a treasure trove, right? So I'm gonna play a little bit of the audio. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this audio.
Fresh out the break. Had some smoke. We had a little bit of smoke.
Can y'all hear that? I want to make sure that the audio is clear. That y'all can hear. Okay, cool.
Joe
I'm gonna play the
Budden.
audio.
I like
You
Joe
can't play the
Budden.
video.
I mean,
You know,
and I like his
Joe Budden
story and
podcast,
everything.
so
I don't
we'll
watch
play
his
the video.
podcast,
So I'm gonna
not
play the audio.
for any reason, but I just haven't never watched it.
Somebody was looking for our good
But I
educated
know he big
brother.
time, big time.
He said he gonna find him too. Yeah. Hey, if you missed it, Brian McKnight.
Was this singing this to him?
Yep.
Do I ever cross your
All right,
mind?
you still at it.
All right.
You
Don't
still
start
at it.
those shit down.
I said he looking for you.
He's the worst DB out.
Our good brother Brian McKnight went on Anton Daniels' podcast and shared some things. I have a clip here. He shared that he reached out to the Joe Budden podcast so he can attempt to be a guest.
Who caught that message?
I want to let Mr. McKnight know I have never received that message. You must have sent that to like the pod page.
So all right, so let's stop there. All right. So I got a treasure trove, a huge treasure trove of information and stuff and things. Brian is not sure if this is the right page, whatever. I don't know what the pod page is. I don't know what the pod page is. What is the pod page? So does Joe Budden have
Joe Budden?
This is what Brian has sent. Is this Joe Budden's pod page? Is this the page that they don't pay attention to? Brian sent this message to Joe, and it says, Joe, I really respect you and what you've built here. I just wonder, though, as brothers, why would you talk about me and speculate about my life when you can just reach out and have me on so we could debate? Now, remember, this was October 28th at 6:19 a.m. Could debate what is actually going on and then have a debate about what many men out here deal with every day, a dialogue that might actually help. Brian, respectfully, even though they've had all of this negativity all of this stuff to say, right? Because they had all of this negativity and all of this stuff to say, Brian respectfully reached out to their pod. And again,
Okay, I'm not gonna bore y'all with so many other details. I'm gonna bring you up to speed a little bit. Okay, and this is the part right here. So what happens is in this conversation with Joe Budden saying, "Oh, I ain't never got a message from Brian McKnight. Oh, he must have sent that to the pod page. I never saw it." But okay, whatever. But then Marc Lamont Hill, who is a paid employee of Joe Budden, uh, decided to chirp in about Anton. And just the way he said it immediately just sounded very disingenuous. Hopefully I catch it at the right spot. Here we go.
social media, he's already gotten millions of views. And regardless of whether people agree or disagree, he got his shit off. He got it off his chest. He told what it is and he letting it rock. He said what he had to say. He don't care no more. Brian was already good and now he chilling. But let's continue on.
Wait till we done.
Oh,
Shit.
oh, come on.
Burn that bridge.
Anyway, I have this.
Better get it back up.
I have this clip here. Like to hear it go.
Because here's the thing. Why can't we sit and talk about it?
Yeah, I agree.
I sent a message to Joe Budden's podcast. Crickets. Nothing. But who's that Mark, the guy, the political
Marc
guy?
Lamont Hill.
Let me tell you something.
What's the guy's name again?
I'd destroy that dude. I would destroy him.
Destroy.
Not physically, but
You know, I understand what you're saying.
because you don't even know me. But you call me an asshole?
Well, I look at Marc Lamont Hill.
Get him, Anton.
There's a segment of people that are what I like to call, they like to champion themselves as intellectuals, right? And that they truly believe that they're smarter than everybody else.
Tell him.
But I don't really believe that because I never see the results.
Right.
It never translates. Right? So
I see people handing
Yo, Anton couldn't do nothing but laugh at that too because like Joe Budden and them, they some agitators. So he immediately like taking shots like boom, ba boom.
Whoa, let me
it's
rewind that.
easy to say that,
Let me
you know, I'm
rewind
the
that.
smartest guy in the room, but it doesn't
Hold up. You're what Brian said.
it never translates, right? So
I see people handing I see people handing him his ass all the time.
it's easy to, I mean, it's easy to say that you know, I'm the smartest guy in the room, but it doesn't necessarily translate into results, right? So I decided that I would do stuff on my own.
We don't need the rest.
Nah.
We don't need the rest.
We kind of got it.
I went.
So that's what it was. Now let's hear what Marc Lamont Hill wants to say about this.
Watch the whole episode to make sure it wasn't anymore. It was
So
just
did I.
this.
I know you did.
Oh,
I know
you know
you
I did.
did too. That's
know I
part of the
did.
job.
Yo, where does it translate? How do you measure
Both.
that?
Okay, I think that was ish. Why? I don't understand why men try to pretend like y'all don't know what the bar is. I don't understand how y'all. What do you? If it ain't about getting money, what else is it about? What is money is the greatest tool you can use to have any type of life that you want. And people act like, well, money ain't everything. What's money? Bruh, it's money. You need the money. Don't be dumb. All the people who complain about how black people are treated, if we had money, we would be treated differently.
And they were talking about two different things. That's the funny part. They was just
Like, how do you measure that? Mark could be resonating with a whole bunch of different people and improving people's lives every single day. You can't measure that.
Ish.
Stop, Ish. Just stop. Just stop trying. You sound stupid.
Fight your fights.
Shout out to Joe. Joe had it right.
You're right.
Joe
Fight
had
your
it right.
fights,
Ish
Ish.
fights your own fights. I'm gonna come back to Ish in a minute. I'll get there in a minute. I'm gonna fast forward because Mark having whatever he had to say about Brian McKnight, that's irrelevant in this conversation. So we're gonna come back to that in a minute.
Know that, I've said some shit, but
he's saying that I think I'm smarter than everybody.
Oh, this is the other part that I wanted to get to. All right.
You don't got those for the interview?
No, this him. This Marc
Antoine
Lamont Hill.
Donaldson, Antoine Jameson, whatever his name is. No, I don't know him.
Anton.
Stop, bro. Just stop. Everybody know who Anton is, bro. Stop. That strike one immediately. Disingenuous, a liar. Just will say anything. I just can't stand ninjas like this. I cannot stand ninjas like this that would just say anything for the camera. Like, you don't know who Anton is? Stop it. Just stop. You're a liar.
He's saying that I think I'm smarter. than everybody. I'm smarter than him.
Mhm.
You know, like I'm not.
You're smarter than him. How are you smarter than someone that you don't even know who they are? You're a liar, bro. You're a liar. And I just don't like that. I just do not be rocking with the liars.
I don't think I'm smarter than everybody. I'm smarter than him.
How do you know you're smarter than him if you don't even know who he is? Antoine Jameson, what's his name again? I can't stand you. I can't stand you so-called smart, broke people. I can't stand you. The elites, the Obamas. Like y'all are so disgusting.
But I literally don't know. I don't have a beef. I don't know who he is. I don't even know his name. Literally.
What?
This is it. I don't know his name. I don't even know his name. Bro, you just okay. But you smarter than him.
That's crazy. But what's his name? Who is he? What is his name? That's crazy.
Oh no. Oh no, not the receipts. Don't pull out the receipts. Don't pull up the receipts. Oh, Marc Lamont Hill. Is your career going down right now? Is this it? Oh, bruh, don't do it. Ooh, you did it. Ooh.
On October 15th, 2024. I'm not going to show you the number. That's not necessary. Good morning, Mr. Daniels. My name is Jess. I'm a producer for Marc Lamont Hill. Marc would like to invite you to join him for an interview on his YouTube program, Night School. Now, remember, this was October 15th, 2024. I'm hotter than fish grease. I'm on every fucking platform. I'm doing 100 million views on YouTube alone.
Get that shit,
every
boy.
28 days.
Let's go.
And Marc Lamont and his team reaches out to me. I didn't respond the first time. They doubled down. All right. Listen, this is a conversation that I want to have with y'all. We're not even going to talk about the intellect part. I'll get to that shortly also. But these niggas is capping, bro. All of these niggas is fake. All of them are fake.
Yo, they are fake.
I don't know who he is. Who is he? I'm confused.
Acting like a female.
What are you confused about, nigga? I never reached out to you. You reached out to me. I never reached out to them, which is cool. You should reach out to me. When I jump on somebody's platform or when I do an interview or when I do something, that shit hit. It go viral. Never mind. Let me read it to you guys. There's no need. You see what it is. Good morning. They doubled down. I'm a producer for Marc Lamont Hill. Marc would like to invite you to join him for an interview on his YouTube program. How they got my number, I have no clue. Because I don't just give out my phone number. This wasn't an email. This was a text message. This wasn't an email. This is a text message, okay? Would like to join you. So they got my number from somewhere. So that means they had to go and find that shit. That means they had to go and look it up, right? They had to go.
And that's a lot of work to do for somebody you don't even know who he is. I mean, even if your people was reaching out, they had to reach out and they had to tell you, hey, we want to interview this person. We think this will be a good person for you to interview because you got a lot of opposing views. You can't tell me that he didn't, at that point at least, look into him. Well, let me see who he is. Send me his stuff. Da da da. Or, it probably was that he was like, I want to interview with Anton. And now you want to play the disingenuous game and be like, I don't even know who he is. Who is that? I don't know. The smart man. Smart man don't know some shit all of a sudden. You smart. But that's why you're not that smart. That's the truth. Anton called you out perfectly. You're not that smart. You're not that smart. If you got more degrees than a thermometer, shout out to CGA, but you don't have no money, why do you have those degrees? What were you doing? You're wasting your time. That's what you're doing. You're wasting your life. You could be making money and doing some real stuff with it. Why would you be worried about a degree?
Contact somebody. They had to go make some moves to find out how we can get in touch with Anton Daniels, okay? He would like you to interview on his YouTube program, Night School, on Friday night at 9 p.m. Any chance that you are available? And they sent it again. I said, I can't. And remember, I was talking to y'all about it. I said, should I even entertain this nonsense or not? And y'all said, Y'all said, nah, don't waste your time, Anton. I'll let the chat decide.
I remember that. I remember that episode. And he did. And now Marc Lamont Hill like, oh, I don't even know who he is. Anton was so unmoved by it that he let the chat decide should he go talk to him or not. And we was like, nah, fuck him. Forget him.
I'll let the chat decide. I'll let y'all decide. Y'all said, nah, it doesn't even waste. There's no point in it. It doesn't add any value to what you got going on. So on and so forth. I said, cool, no problem. So I responded. I said, I can't. I have huge obligations. Friday night, I'm sorry, I won't be able to make it, but I appreciate the offer. I was a gentleman. They say, okay, thank you for letting me know. Perhaps next week would work. Or another time this week. Then they sent another text message. Or another time this week. Would just love to get a little time with you on the book.
That's a whole lot of pressing for somebody to get an interview with you, considering they don't know you. Let's not forget that point right there. Let's not forget that. Marc Lamont Hill blatantly lied. Not only did he lie, he also pretended that he didn't even know this man's name. Bruh, you are trash. Nothing you can say after that or before that. You already said stupid shit before that, but nothing you can say that will make you any less trash. You are trash. And you just got called out. You look stupid.
Please let me know if there's any time that may work for you. And I never even responded after that, bro.
Like
I
a
never
Detroit
even
nigga.
responded after that. That's the facts. I never responded. And you can see the actual dates. So it's so funny to me. It's so hilarious to me how people will sit there and tell you
Damn,
that they
Mark,
don't know.
you're going out bad, bro.
But this is the people that y'all call smart. This is the people that y'all call intellectual.
Facts. Ain't nothing intellectual about him. This man think a man can have a baby.
Honestly, listen, I'm not saying anything that's not true. I haven't even said anything incendiary. I haven't said anything crazy. I haven't said any of that. These people are liars, bro. They are liars.
Yo, don't y'all get like? I said that in another video. When did we get okay with people lying straight to our face? We just be like, oh, they had to lie. No, you lied, bro. I look at you differently now. It ain't no going back from that. You lied about something that wasn't even worth lying over.
They are genuinely liars.
Let me try to skip up a little bit.
I may think that I'm not humble. I'm really,
You got the channel.
really
You got
doing 70
Anton
million
got his
views in a
milli.
month. I'm not doing
But
what?
this man been a millionaire.
What do you mean I'm not doing 70? Why wouldn't I be doing 70? I'm sorry, 75 in the last 28 days. That's a fact. You're right. I'm not. 2.7 million watch hours. Bro, why are these niggas
75
acting like they're
million
not the news
views.
side?
Sheesh.
Honestly, I've been, as much as y'all may think that I'm not humble, I'm really, really humble. Honest to God, bro.
He is.
Who do these
dude.
niggas think they talking to? I'm gonna be honest with you. I would be doing you a favor to have a conversation with you. I would be doing you, and that's what. Remember when I told y'all in the beginning of this conversation that I'm gonna use a smaller platform with a 400,000 subscribers on it to have this conversation? I would be doing you a favor.
He intentionally put him on the 400,000 channel, the Millionaire Morning Show. That's funny. Talk some more of that shit.
So I say what the fuck I want to say when I want to say it. I was rich before.
Here we
Because,
go.
you know, I kind of look at him as autistic. The nigga blink a lot when he talk. Honestly, and this is the honest to God truth, I'm not dissing. I'm not dissing. You know how these super pseudo intellectual people, they have quirks about them and they do stuff. They got tics and stuff like that. I thought that the nigga was autistic at first. But see, the problem with niggas that be autistic, and there's nothing wrong with somebody on the spectrum. Because see, y'all look at these niggas as savants. Y'all look at them as super intellectual. These niggas fear you. They fear me. I'm the boogeyman. I'm the boogeyman. You know what makes me the boogeyman? Because I don't need no sponsors. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. I own 100% of everything, and I don't have no strings on me. So I say what the fuck I want to say when I want to say it. I was rich before this shit. I was rich before this.
I'm gonna be beeping out a lot.
I was up M's before this, before all of this. Y'all know my record. Y'all seen my receipts. You seen my 1040s. You see what's in my bank account. You see what's in my brokerage account. That's not even a question. I'm not controlled, bro. And do your thing. I mean, honestly, seriously. And we can have a conversation and all of that stuff maybe one day, but you got to ask your boss if you can talk to me first, bro. I don't know if that's in your contract.
Stop, bro. Dang, man. He said you got to ask your boss. Which is true, though. We got to talk to Joe Budden and see if we can get out. Like, can I go, may I be absent the next 2 weeks? The next 2 days, I'm going to go to Detroit and do an interview with Anton. Gotta talk to your boss, bro. Y'all on different levels. Trust me, Marc Lamont Hill. Again, not smart for a smart guy.
Seriously, like, talk to Joe, my nigga. Talk to Joe before you talk. Talk to Al Jazeera. Make sure that you don't say anything.
He talking crazy.
Whether or not you graduated from school or if you went to an HBCU, we don't give a fuck about that. We trying to figure out how to put some money in our people's pocket. How to ensure that people can change their families. We're trying to get people in the.
You ain't changing no families with all these degrees, all these smart people, and nobody got no money. I know a lot of black people like that. Live in the hood, live in a messed up neighborhood. They smart, but they ain't got no money. Because they book smart. They tricked you to be book smart when we ain't even that. That ain't where we supposed to be. You supposed to be out here getting this money. I swear, like, we way more. We're way more like black people. I think we're so good with our hands, and people try to discourage black people from working with their hands. Like, oh, don't work with your hands. That's not da. Like, but that's where the money at. There's nothing wrong with labor. We like the labor. I love that shit. I love working. I'm gonna get dirty type of guy. I got coveralls and shoot, suspenders, and I be getting dirty. I love it, but also be getting that bag though. Made $200K on my regular job this year. Over $200K, and the year ain't over.
We trying to.
It ain't even December yet.
Make sure that people. And listen, I acknowledge the fact that you started programs earlier in your career to help people read. I think that's awesome. But niggas that ain't got no money think you smart, bro. People that are asking for reparations think you smart.
Damn. Bro said people that are asking for reparations think Marc Lamont Hill is smart. And he's right. He is 1,000% right. Ain't nobody that's thinking that he's smart. Ah, man, asking for reparations is crazy work.
People that got $100,000 plus in student loans think you smart. We don't look at you as nothing at all. I don't give a fuck about your pseudo nicknames. I don't care about none of that shit. I got smoke objectively for everybody because I don't give a fuck about what nobody thinks. And more importantly, here's the key. You got to show me, nigga.
Facts. You got to show me.
You got to show me. Talk to your boss. Talk to Joe. Talk to Al Jazeera.
I'm going to cut it right here because he keeps going in. Anton's going in. I'm going to have to do a lot of editing on this. But basically, Marc Lamont Hill is done. If people telling lies is still acceptable in the community, and that's just part of the game now, and we cool with people being disingenuous and fake. I ain't never thought we was a fake shit. But if we with the fake shit now, then Marc Lamont Hill, he lives to see another day. And, the real one's going to call it out, though, like Anton just did. And if you got a problem with it, then something's wrong with you. Anyway, that's my video for today. Thanks for watching. Shout out to Anton, fair use. He's got the Millionaire Morning Show. He's got Anton Daniels show. And according to Marc Lamont Hill, he has Antoine Jameson's show. Shout out to Joe Budden. Shout out to Marc Lamont Hill. Just get it together, brother. Get it together. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm out.